there are people who really work with dying people all the time, and there's a lot of very good instructions about that.
I'm a hospice nurse, so I was just wondering what...
I'm sorry?
I'm a hospice nurse. I was just wondering...
Yeah. You know, one thing they say is if you know the person, remind them of all the good things that have happened to them in their lives. That's one thing they say is very useful. The more a person feels loved, the more easily they'll release themselves. A lot of times people have trouble letting go for lots of reasons, not just fear and stuff, but there's regrets and things they remember in their lives. But if you can help a person feel okay about themselves, it's really a very good thing. One of my dear friends left the body from kidney disease, you know. He put the headphones on, put my music on, and pulled his plug. Pulled the plug on the kidney machine. So, hearing the name at that time, or anything that, any, not just beautiful music, but something that has if not overt, a covert spiritual thing would be useful. Because what we take with us, they say, since I haven't died lately, is our state of mind. So if we're anxious and fearful, and we go out with kind of discombobulated. So, but who knows, you know, those are big moments. We'll see how it goes. Ramdas was very ready to go. He was like a ripe fruit, just ready to fall. But the body itself has reactions. It can shake and all kinds of stuff, even though you might be fine inside the body. And when that last breath isn't coming in, it's very hard not to have a reaction. So, but it's usually pretty quick, that last moment. Although it might take a long time to get to that, which is, a lot of people suffer a lot on the way. And there's an incredible book by a Tibetan Lama who I knew, who left the body recently. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Lama, beautiful Tibetan. And it's called Peaceful Death, Joyous Rebirth. It's really interesting reading. It's the story of in Tibet they have these beings called Delogs, D-E-L-O-G, who are people, regular people, who die. And then they come back to life like 3 days later, you know. And they're dead. They're not just partially gone, they're absolutely dead. And this Lama, there's all kinds of stories about these people. And what happened, they go before the Lord of Death. And he goes like, you're not supposed to be here yet. But since you're here, take a look around, and when you go back, tell people what's going on here, what this is about. And that's what happens. Like housewives, not just yogis, but normal people. They'll die, and they'll have this experience. Not everyone, but quite a few. And it happens in every culture. But in Tibet, you know, they write this stuff down. They got this. It's really interesting. I'm not going to say any more because you'll have your own experience about it, your own way of reading it and relating to it. But it was very powerful for me because, so one thing is, There are no secrets. I'll say that again. There's no secrets. We can fool ourselves. We can fool the people around us. We can keep secrets, but the universe knows everything. So, that was a big one. I thought, wow, okay. And there's no judgment of good and bad. There's not like good and evil. There's actions that we've done that have been positive and helpful, and there's actions we've done that have been negative and hurtful. And there's a scale with white beads and black beads, depending on which way it's going. That has a lot to do with which direction you go. So this is from a book. It's not my personal experience, but this Lama was a really good Lama. He was telling the truth. Very interesting stuff. And just, the Tibetans have been dealing with this for many thousands of years, and the so-called Tibetan Book of the Dead, the real name of that book is the Book of Liberation in the In-Between States. This is how to, if you haven't been liberated in your life, how to achieve liberation between births. And through hearing in the bardo, through hearing the teaching in the bardo. Very interesting stuff. And it's just like, this is not all there is, this few years that we have inhabiting these old cars that keep breaking down. There's more, a lot more.
Thank you.